All right, let me tell you something. The most powerful beauty secrets in the world were never sold in a store. They were whispered in kitchens, passed down through Sunday morning routines, and pressed into your memory by a woman wearing house shoes and a housecoat who knew more about taking care of melanin-rich skin than any dermatologist with a fancy degree. We are talking about Big Mama. We are talking about Grandma Lou. We are talking about Nana, Granny, and every auntie who basically raised herself to grandmother status before she turned 50. Today we are counting down 31 of the most clever, most effective, and most deeply rooted beauty hacks straight from the Black Grandma Playbook. And I promise you, by the time we reach number 1, you are going to be on the phone calling your grandmother to say thank you. Let us get into it. Number 31. Baking soda for dark elbows and knees. Black grandmas have been mixing a small amount of baking soda with coconut oil or petroleum jelly and gently scrubbing the elbows and knees in circular motions for generations. You let it sit for about 5 minutes, then rinse with warm water. The baking soda acts as a mild abrasive that lifts away the layer of dead, darkened skin cells that accumulate on high-friction areas. Melanin-rich skin is more prone to hyperpigmentation in these spots because the skin is thicker and constantly folding. The oil in the mixture keeps the area moisturized during the scrub, so you are exfoliating without stripping. Do this twice a week and watch those dark patches gradually fade. Number 30. Castor oil for eyebrow and lash growth. Before there were serums selling for $60 a bottle, Grandma was dipping a clean toothbrush or her fingertip into a jar of castor oil every night before bed and brushing it right onto her brows and lashes. Castor oil is incredibly rich in ricinoleic acid, which stimulates circulation in the hair follicles and encourages growth. For Black women especially, thinning brows from years of over-tweezing or just genetics can be a real concern. Apply a small amount every night consistently for 4 to 6 weeks, and you will notice your brows filling in and your lashes appearing noticeably longer and thicker. Number 29. Cornmeal as a facial scrub. Grandma kept cornmeal in the kitchen for making cornbread, but she also knew it was one of the best exfoliants she had access to. Mix a tablespoon of fine cornmeal with a little honey and warm water to make a paste, then apply it to the face in gentle circular motions. Rinse thoroughly. Cornmeal granules are coarse enough to remove dead skin cells, but fine enough that they will not create micro-tears in the skin. For Black skin that is prone to dullness and uneven texture, regular exfoliation is essential for maintaining that healthy glow. Honey adds antibacterial properties and moisture, making this a 2-in-1 treatment. Number 28. Hot combing with grease before styling. Before flat irons and heat protectants, Grandma was applying a small amount of hair grease like Blue Magic or Royal Crown to sections of hair before using the hot comb. The grease creates a thermal barrier between the metal teeth of the comb and the hair shaft, reducing direct heat damage. It also adds shine and seals the cuticle as it is pressed. For Black hair, which already has a naturally drier structure due to the curl pattern affecting how scalp oils travel down the shaft, this protective layer is especially important. Using too much will cause sizzling and smoke, so a little goes a very long way. Number 27. Petroleum jelly on cuticles and heels overnight. Every Black grandma had a big tub of Vaseline on her nightstand. Before going to sleep, she would slather it generously on her heels and wrap them in plastic wrap or old socks, then do the same for her cuticles. Petroleum jelly is an occlusive moisturizer, meaning it does not add moisture itself, but creates a seal that locks in whatever moisture is already in the skin. By trapping body heat overnight, you are creating a mini-spa treatment that softens even the most severely cracked heels and dry cuticles. For melanin-rich skin, cracking and ashy heels can become deeply uncomfortable, and this remedy tackles the problem without spending a single dollar on specialty creams. Number 26. Apple cider vinegar rinse for scalp health. After washing hair, Grandma would mix 1 part apple cider vinegar with 2 parts water and pour it through the hair as a final rinse, letting it sit for a couple of minutes before rinsing again. Apple cider vinegar rebalances the scalp's pH, which commercial shampoos often disrupt by being too alkaline. When the scalp pH is off, it creates an environment where dandruff, itchiness, and product buildup thrive. For black hair, a healthy scalp is everything because scalp issues can slow down growth and cause breakage at the root. This rinse also smooths the hair cuticle, which adds shine and reduces frizz. Number 25. Shea butter mixed with a few drops of lemon juice for hyperpigmentation. Grandma was ahead of her time on this one. She would warm raw, unrefined shea butter between her palms and mix in a couple of drops of fresh lemon juice before applying it to dark spots on her face or body. The shea butter deeply moisturizes and contains natural compounds that have mild brightening effects. Lemon juice contains vitamin C, which inhibits melanin production over time. For black skin, which is highly prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from acne, cuts, or even insect bites, consistent application of this mixture to affected areas can visibly lighten dark spots over several weeks. Number 24. Drinking a full glass of water first thing in the morning. Before any beauty product, Grandma insisted on water. Not coffee, not juice, not tea. A full glass of plain water the moment you wake up. Overnight, the body loses moisture through breathing and natural cellular processes. Rehydrating. First thing jumpstarts the kidneys, flushes toxins, and directly impacts skin plumpness and elasticity. For black skin, which already has certain structural advantages in terms of collagen density, maintaining hydration amplifies those natural benefits, keeping the skin looking supple and reducing the appearance of fine lines throughout the day. Number 23. Aloe vera straight from the plant for burns and bumps. If Grandma had an aloe vera plant on her porch, and most black grandmas did, she was cutting a leaf and squeezing that clear gel directly onto razor bumps, sunburn, or irritated skin. Fresh aloe vera contains compounds called polysaccharides that reduce inflammation, cool the skin, and speed up the healing process. For black men and women who experience pseudofolliculitis barbae, which are those painful ingrown hair bumps that occur from shaving, fresh aloe vera applied after shaving significantly reduces redness and irritation. It also works overnight on acne to reduce swelling without drying out the surrounding skin. Number 22. Brown sugar scrub with olive oil for soft lips. Grandma knew that ashy, dry lips were not going to fly. She would mix brown sugar with just enough olive oil to make a gritty paste and then gently rub it on her lips in circular motions for about 30 seconds. Rinse off and follow with a little shea butter or petroleum jelly. The brown sugar physically sloughs off dead skin while the olive oil infuses moisture. Black skin is no exception when it comes to lip hyperpigmentation, often caused by sun exposure or dehydration, and keeping lips exfoliated helps lip balms and treatments penetrate more effectively. Number 21. Glycerin mixed with rose water as a daily moisturizer. Before toners were a thing in mainstream skincare, Grandma was patting a mixture of glycerin and rose water onto her face every morning. Mix roughly 1 part glycerin to 3 parts rose water in a small spray bottle and mist it on after cleansing. Glycerin is a humectant, meaning it draws moisture from the air into your skin. Rose water is anti-inflammatory and helps with redness. For black skin that is prone to transepidermal water loss, this combination keeps the skin hydrated all day long and gives it that dewy, lit-from-within look that no highlighter can truly replicate. Number 20. Wrapping hair in a silk or satin scarf at night. This is non-negotiable in the black grandmother household. Cotton pillowcases absorb moisture from your hair while you sleep and create friction that causes breakage and frizz. Grandma wrapped her hair in a satin or silk scarf every single night before bed, tucking it in firmly at the front. Satin and silk create virtually no friction and do not pull moisture out of the hair strands. For black hair, which is already prone to dryness and breakage, this single habit can dramatically reduce split ends, preserve styles, and maintain length over time. It is the cheapest thing you can do for your hair health. Number 19. Coconut oil as a pre-shampoo treatment. Grandma called this oiling your scalp, but the specific method of applying coconut oil heavily from root to tip and leaving it for at least 30 minutes or even overnight before shampooing is one of the smartest things you can do for black hair. Coconut oil is one of the only oils small enough to penetrate the hair shaft rather than just sitting on top of it. It reduces protein loss during washing, which is especially important because the shampooing process can rough up the hair cuticle and cause damage. Saturating the hair before washing cushions it and leaves it significantly softer and stronger after rinsing. Number 18. Hydrogen peroxide diluted in water for nail brightening. Grandma noticed when nails started looking yellow or dull, often from wearing dark polish constantly without a base coat. She would mix 1 teaspoon of hydrogen peroxide in a small bowl of warm water and soak her fingertips for 5 to 10 minutes. The mild peroxide solution lifts surface stains from the nail plate without the harsh side effects of using it at full concentration. For Black women who love bold nail colors, this simple soak once a month keeps nails looking clean and healthy underneath all that gorgeous color. Number 17. Epsom Salt Foot Soak with Peppermint Oil. After a long week of standing, working, or just living, Grandma would fill a basin with warm water, pour in a generous amount of Epsom salt, and add a few drops of peppermint essential oil. She would soak her feet for 20 to 30 minutes. The magnesium sulfate in Epsom salt draws out inflammation and soothes sore, tired muscles. Peppermint oil cools and refreshes while also having natural antifungal properties. For Black women who are on their feet constantly, whether working double shifts or chasing grandchildren, this is a full reset that costs almost nothing and feels like heaven. Number 16. Using a toothbrush to lay baby hairs with edge control. Every Black grandma with any sense about her kept a small toothbrush dedicated to laying edges. Apply a small amount of edge control or hair gel to the baby hairs at the hairline, then use the toothbrush to smooth and shape them into waves, swirls, or a sleek look. A toothbrush gives you precision that your fingers, or even a fine-tooth comb, cannot achieve. The tight bristles distribute the product evenly and allow you to create intricate patterns. Laid edges are a cultural staple and a form of art in the Black community, and Grandma understood that your hairline is your frame. Number 15. Beeswax for mustache and beard grooming in Black men. Grandma kept this trick in her back pocket for the men in the family. A tiny amount of beeswax rubbed between fingertips and applied to a beard or mustache tames coarse, curly facial hair and keeps it looking groomed without looking greasy. Black men's facial hair tends to be very coarse and curly due to the tight curl pattern, making it prone to looking unkempt quickly. Beeswax holds without flaking and nourishes the hair at the same time. This is particularly useful for shaping the edges of a beard and keeping the mustache lying flat. Number 14. Raw honey mask for acne and dark spots. Grandma applied raw, unprocessed honey directly to clean skin and left it on for 15 to 20 minutes before rinsing off with lukewarm water. Raw honey contains natural hydrogen peroxide, which has mild antibacterial properties that fight the bacteria responsible for acne. It also contains enzymes that gently brighten skin and reduce hyperpigmentation over time. For Black skin, which scars easily and tends to hold on to dark spots from past breakouts far longer than lighter skin tones, consistent use of raw honey as a mask 2 or 3 times a week creates visible improvement without any harsh chemicals. Number 13. Putting moisturizer on damp skin, not dry skin. This sounds simple, but Grandma was emphatic about it. The moment you step out of the shower or wash your face before you reach for a towel, apply your moisturizer to skin that is still slightly damp. Moisturizers are designed to trap water in the skin, so applying them to already hydrated skin dramatically increases their effectiveness. For Black skin with high melanin content, keeping skin adequately moisturized directly impacts how even and luminous the complexion looks. Dry skin in melanin-rich tones often appears ashy and dull, and this one small habit change makes a significant difference. Number 12. Rubbing the inside of a banana peel on the face. Grandma never threw away a banana peel. After eating the banana, she would take the inside of the peel and gently rub it across her forehead, cheeks, and chin, and leave the residue on for about 15 minutes before rinsing. Banana peels contain lutein and other antioxidants that reduce inflammation and support skin elasticity. They also contain natural sugars that provide a gentle surface treatment for dull skin. For Black women looking for natural brightening remedies, this is about as free as it gets, and it works gradually with consistent use. Number 11. Drinking herbal teas for clear skin. Grandma was always boiling something on the stove. Burdock root tea, dandelion tea, and green tea were regular fixtures because she knew that skin problems often started from the inside. Burdock root specifically has been used in the Black community for generations as a blood cleanser that reduces acne. Dandelion tea supports liver function, which directly affects how well the body processes and eliminates the toxins that show up on your face. Drinking 1 to 2 cups daily provides internal support that no topical product can fully replace. Number 10. Black soap for cleansing oily or acne-prone skin. African black soap, often called Ose Dudu or Alata Samana, has been used in West African and African American households for centuries. Grandma would cut a small piece, lather it between her palms with warm water, and use it to wash her face and body. Authentic black soap contains plantain skin ash, cocoa pod ash, shea butter, and palm kernel oil. These ingredients work together to remove excess oil, kill bacteria, and leave skin clean without overstripping. For black skin that is prone to both oiliness and dryness in different zones, black soap balances the skin's natural state beautifully. Number 9. Scalp massages with warm oil to stimulate growth. Grandma did not just pour oil on your scalp. She massaged it in with firm circular pressure using her fingertips, working from the nape upward for at least 5 minutes. This technique increases blood flow to the scalp dramatically, which delivers more oxygen and nutrients to the hair follicles. Warm oil, whether it is Jamaican black castor oil, olive oil, or coconut oil, penetrates better than room temperature oil because the heat opens the scalp's pores slightly. For black hair that is already prone to slower length retention due to breakage, stimulating the follicle from below is just as important as protecting the strand from above. Number 8. Using cooled green tea as a skin toner. Grandma would brew green tea, let it cool completely, and pour it into a small bottle that she kept in the bathroom. After cleansing, she would soak a cotton pad and wipe it across her face as a toner before moisturizing. Green tea is packed with polyphenols and catechins that reduce inflammation, shrink pores, and protect against environmental damage. For black skin that is exposed to daily environmental stressors, this toner provides a layer of antioxidant protection that preps the skin beautifully for whatever comes next in the routine. Number 7. Lemon juice and sugar mixture for underarm lightening. This was a very specific grandma hack. Mix fresh lemon juice with a little sugar to create a paste, apply it to the underarms, let it sit for 10 minutes, then scrub gently and rinse. The citric acid in lemon juice works as a natural bleaching agent on darkened underarm skin, which is extremely common in black women due to friction, shaving, and certain deodorants. The sugar provides physical exfoliation to remove the dead skin layer. Doing this 2 to 3 times a week gradually lightens the area over time and should be followed with a gentle moisturizer. Number 6. Jamaican black castor oil for hair growth and scalp issues. Grandma's kitchen smelled like this oil, thick, dark, and unmistakably powerful. She applied it directly to the scalp and worked it through the length of her hair, often leaving it in under a plastic cap with heat for 30 minutes. Jamaican black castor oil is roasted before extraction, which increases the ash content and makes it more alkaline, allowing it to open the hair cuticle slightly and penetrate deeper. It is particularly effective at treating dry scalp, thinning edges, and breakage, all concerns highly prevalent in the black community due to styling practices and natural hair texture. Number 5. Witch hazel as an astringent for oily skin. Grandma kept a bottle of witch hazel in the medicine cabinet for everything from minor cuts to skin care. Applied to the face with a cotton pad after cleansing, witch hazel naturally tightens pores, removes residual oil, and soothes irritation. For black skin that leans oily in the T-zone but dry elsewhere, witch hazel provides balance without the alcohol-heavy harshness of commercial toners. It is particularly effective at reducing the shininess that can become pronounced throughout the day, giving the skin a matte, refined finish. Number 4. Grease on the scalp after washing. Not the styling kind, the actual scalp moisturizing kind. After washing and before styling, Grandma applied a small amount of hair grease directly to her scalp to seal in moisture and protect the scalp from dryness. The black scalp does not produce enough natural sebum to travel down the tightly coiled hair shaft, meaning the scalp itself can become chronically dry, flaky, and uncomfortable without regular grease application. This is not about weight or buildup. Done in small amounts and worked in thoroughly, it creates a protective layer that keeps the scalp healthy between wash days. Number 3. Egg and mayonnaise deep conditioning treatment. Before there were fancy protein treatments, Grandma was cracking 2 eggs into a bowl, mixing in a few tablespoons of full-fat mayonnaise, and applying it to freshly washed, damp hair from root to tip. She covered it with a plastic bag and sat under the dryer or wrapped it in a warm towel for 30 minutes. Eggs are loaded with protein that binds to damaged areas of the hair shaft and fills in gaps in the cuticle. Mayonnaise adds fatty acids and moisture. For black hair that undergoes heat styling, chemical processing, or just the mechanical stress of detangling, protein treatments like this are essential for maintaining strength and preventing breakage. Number 2. Vaseline on the face at night as a sleeping mask. Grandma called this slugging before the internet had a name for it. A very thin layer of petroleum jelly applied all over the face as the last step of the nighttime routine creates an occlusive barrier that prevents every bit of moisture you have applied underneath from escaping while you sleep. You wake up looking plump, glowy, and absolutely moisturized. For black women whose skin tends to lose moisture rapidly overnight, this is transformative. The key is applying a thin layer over your regular moisturizer, not instead of it, so your skin is getting both active hydration and a protective seal. And the number 1 hack, the one Grandma never told just anybody, the one that ties everything together: consistency in sunscreen, every single day. Yes, sunscreen. Black grandmas with the most beautiful, ageless skin did not just have good genes, they protected themselves. The persistent myth that black people do not need sunscreen is one of the most damaging lies in beauty culture. Melanin provides some natural protection, but not nearly enough to prevent hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and premature aging from daily UV exposure. Grandma often used an SPF moisturizer without even knowing that is what it was. She just knew that protecting her skin every morning before going outside kept her looking right. Apply a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher every morning, even on cloudy days, even when you are staying indoors near windows. Combine that with the consistent hydration, nourishing oils, and protective habits we just walked through, and you have the complete grandma blueprint for black skin that does not age. It simply deepens. These 31 hacks are not trends. They are not products with expiration dates or subscription fees. They are a legacy. They are the collected wisdom of women who took care of themselves and their families with what they had and what they had worked. The next time you see Big Mama in her house shoes walking toward you with a jar of Vaseline and a mission, let her come. And subscribe to this channel because we have more of Black Mama's hacks to share in the next video.